I'm broke the boss, I flipped the script. Super Trucker Podcast got me fully equipped. Left the noise behind, now I'm stacking green. Voyager Nation made me live the dream.
Little things that cost you big.
Especially in the game called trucking, like fuel surcharge games and hidden fees. That is a big boy topic right there.
Yes, hidden fees, that just, I don't necessarily call them hidden fees. I just, say don't be ignorant when you're discussing money with a carrier, because that is all probably outlined in the contract. It's just selective amnesia, things that you want to pay attention to and things that you kind of brush off like not a big deal, and then it started costing you money.
Yeah, but I think there's also things that creep up on these guys. Like, for example, the companies that are offering, like you're using that fuel card and they charge you for every usage, whether in or out of network. That shit kind of adds up. Guys that are taking those cash advances, they make it look pretty, and then they're charging you fees for that kind of stuff. So you got to be diligent. You might, you don't want to lose a ton of money on that kind of shit.
Yes, but for the most part, it's all like, it's not a surprise. It's not coming out of the blue. It's always out there. It just you may choose to forget about it. That's number one. Number two, the people whose job it is to explain those details to you as you sign a contract, not doing a good job explaining it.
Here you go. Owner-operator partnership is very real. I got tons of guys who are making $4,000 take-home. Learn how you can do that by giving me a call at 863-342-5171. We are conveniently located in Lakeland, Florida. We are a Florida-based trucking company that is here to provide you resources to be successful. So once again, it's 863-342-5171. Dispatchers prioritizing company trucks over owner-operators.
They're just doing business, I think. It's not necessarily working like that to where, we prioritizing company trucks. But on the other hand, yeah, we do. Because if company has company trucks, we want to keep their drivers happy first before taking care of owner operators. That just,
you got to pay attention, because I think some of these companies that have like dedicated customers and owner operators, and it's kind of like a messy chaos where, what happens when that owner operator doesn't want to do that load? Like, they can't fall short. So now, because of that environment, yeah, they're going to prioritize a company truck because you can tell the guy when to go there and preserve that account if that's how they choose to do business.
And also, I think it's just natural relationship, because, for example, when we need to cover that lane for a customer, let's say when there is a small seasonal demand change for that lane, and now you as an owner operator telling them to, bounce sand, and all of a sudden, then the market goes back to normal. You expect that. The company that was taking a hit doing those lanes just to keep the customer, they want their money back.
Yeah, for sure. So
now we're obviously going to take care of the drivers. So it's not necessarily against you. It's just business.
Yeah. Especially, forced dispatch on crap lanes.
Yes, because this is what these company trucks also going to do. We're going to eat shit and do those crappy lanes because we're looking ahead. So we're planning for the future. So we're investing a little bit right now to have some sort of benefit in the future. We're not, taking crappy rates when we can take a better rate right now, just to keep you happy when you decide to. We have to keep the company trucks happy.
Trailer rent that buys their next boat.
Well, again, I don't know about the boat.
I don't know about that either.
But I would say everything costs money.
Yeah.
So the trailers are costing money to the company. Company usually have to have access more trailers than what we need at any given moment. That also cost money. For example, right now we probably have 20 trailers sitting.
No, but not just that. Are people even counting some of those bad boys, the damage on them and the repair?
Yeah. So all that stuff, you gotta understand holistically, so you don't look at every business partner as an enemy. So for us as a company to be able to provide you new trailers, First of all, we have to have more trailers than trucks to begin with, because some trailers are always going to be out of service. We're gonna need some repairs. We're gonna need some maintenance done and everything else. And we don't want our owner operators to be stuck waiting for us to fix this trailer. So if it's something not, like bigger than just, quick PM, you drop that trailer, you grab another one that was just PM'd, and you carry on without losing any time. But to be able to do that, that's costing money. So now you go back to the packages, and when you look at the pay packages, all these nicer sounding splits, that's what we come with. We calculate everything into percentage, so we don't have to play those games.
Yeah, it's straightforward.
So it's always very, very transparent. But if we would have to adjust our split, now we would have to play that game, because nobody is giving those trailers to us for free. And now we probably would have to charge whatever that number is that we would have to charge.
Yeah, and that's why I believe, man, we just keep it simple is the better way, because there's enough challenges in trucking. Like, why complicate it even more?
Yeah, I also think, stability in such an unstable business like trucking, adding stability is always good.
Yeah, for sure.
Because there is plenty of headaches already, so let's not complicate things. Let's wrap it up in easy, simple to understand percentage split and call it the day.
Yeah. So, constantly fighting for detention pay.
That sounds like you have a crappy dispatcher. That's pretty much it. Because at the end of the day, if your dispatcher is doing their job and you communicating to the dispatcher properly, that should not be your fight. You may, sometimes it may get delayed because of problematic customer or broker, but that shouldn't be you fighting over detention. It is your dispatcher's job to get you paid for your time.
Absolutely.
And if your dispatcher is diligent, that's what's up. If you're talking about, other companies with different processes and different, ways we do business. Let's say somebody maybe have only like one big customer that we do a freight for, right? Mm-hmm. And now it can be anything from we just never discussed the detention pay with a customer, or with you, or it could be something as simple as we are in a bad market. Let's say the market goes down, and now we still have that rate locked in, whatever it is. It's not perfect, but it's kind of, for a moment, it's better.
Okay.
The last thing we want to do is go to the customer, knock on their door, and try to renegotiate the contract.
Yeah.
Because that's when the contract is going to be pulled from under you. And sometimes the customer may not even be aware, but as soon as you touch it, we're going to start shopping.
Yeah.
And you may lose it altogether. So sometimes, that's just that.
So no real partnership, just cutthroat transactions.
Where? In general, I think.
Well, this is a cutthroat business, though. I think it's a tough business. You have to be shrewd. You have to negotiate the shit out of fucking brokers.
I would say it is an opportunistic business.
Yeah.
But I don't see it as a cutthroat because just right now, like all these little details that we touched on, right? Like for example, fight, crazy, fees for trailer that buys somebody's boat. Just that lingo alone, you are now, if you're raising that question, mm-hmm. You're being cutthroat. You're not being understanding that company has to have those trailers. You're just looking, I don't care, that's the business that we do, and that's super fair. However, that comes at the cost.
Right. So again, perception, right? Detention pay. So I don't want to go backwards, but I am going to talk about how that works. Like everybody's going to feel that they're owed it, right? Because being somewhere for 5-6 hours, 8 hours, is 8 hours. But were you late? So it's not cutthroat if they're not going to pay you if you were late. So but now that guy's perception is that it's cutthroat. So I mean, it's a business that revolves around emotional intelligence, people and their feelings. Man, we're in the people business at the end of the day. So again, like we book a load, the guy is there and they cancel it, and now the guy thinks that you're bullshitting him, but they cancel the load. So it's about that partnership. I think that's real. That can be started off from the beginning about transparency.
Yeah. So for the purpose of not just bitching about it, but actually having a constructive discussion about it, my suggestion would be this: not to look at everything as being cutthroat, being a ripoff, being a scam. Everybody is taking advantage of you. Like, for example, I look at everybody as a business partner. The broker is a business partner. That's pretty much my pro bono sales team. The owner-operator is another business partner that does all the power moves. I'm a business partner to broker and to the owner operator,
right, connecting pieces.
I'm also, investing into trailers and, creating this whole, machine that's working and serving everybody.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure.
So is that cutthroat? Is that me like getting filthy rich? I somehow don't feel that.
All right. I don't know. This one, empty promises on home time.
Again, like for drivers, that's that could be a thing, but this is not a show for drivers. This is for owner operators. You control your own home time. I do not even understand what it means, empty promises on home time.
Yeah, I don't either.
I would say if you need to go home, you will go home, and at whatever cost that is.
Go home.
And then if you decide that money is more important to you, you're gonna stick through. If you're gonna be a true businessman and you're gonna do what's best for your business, then the answer to this question is gonna be, it depends. You may sometimes have to go, against the flow, but you know why you're doing that. That's to advance your business. So for example, if I have nothing very serious planned, let's say I have something serious planned and I need to go back home and there is no perfect load going home, okay, I'll take that cheaper load or whatever it is to get me home because I need to be there
and do that. Yeah.
But if, for example, that's just my another home time that really nothing serious about it, just a home time, and now I have two options. One, to go back to Florida for, let's say, just an average rate because whatever circumstances is, right? Or there is a killer load going all the way to Seattle. If I'm thinking about my business and I have nothing very special to do at home, you know what, honey? I'll come back next weekend, going to Seattle.
Yeah, there you go. So, rate confirmations you never see.
That I would say is the true red flag, because if you are owner operator, if you're running for mileage pay, rate confirmation is none of your business.
Well, you just want miles, that's it.
However, if you are an owner operator who gets paid commission, now you have a contract with a carrier and we have to pay you based on the contract. So it's not just a mumbo jumbo, whatever says who. You can actually audit the carrier. Obviously bad people are going to make it miserable. However, if you have to go that route, it's easier to just walk away if that's how you feel. But at the end of the day, even if you see rate confirmation, what does it mean? These days it is so easy to change the numbers on the PDF that it's not even funny how easy it is. And knowing what's going on in the industry, all the drivers talking about rates being cut, and sometimes when we interview dispatchers for jobs, we talk cutting rates as some sort of bonus package for their pay.
Yeah, I know, man, that's insanity.
So even for me, it's insanity, but somewhere out there,
they're doing it. Yeah.
It is happening. So I would say this: if you're not getting the original email forwarded to you, the one that the company got from the broker with a rate confirmation attached to it, there is something to suspect there. I'm not saying is a proven method, because sometimes the company may avoid sharing it because maybe they don't want to give all their customers away, or whatever the case is, right? But I would say somehow we get by without doing those shenanigans, right?
Yeah, but I don't know, man. That's
But one thing is for sure. Like, I can guarantee you one thing: if you are at 90-10 split or 88-12 split, and there is zero other fees pushing you upwards to 20 to all the way to like 40%, you are not getting what you promised, because
there's a cost to do business.
There is a cost to do business, and the business just costs a lot more than that. So just think about it this way: it may sound good, but the carrier doesn't have ability financially. It's mission impossible to provide you the service at the clean 88-12 split.
Yeah.
It's just mission impossible. It cannot be done, period.
Yeah. So there you go, guys. Consider all of that while you're reviewing. And the ever so biggest lie: cheap freight is all that's left, and that's all they're offering.
Sometimes that's what's up, man.
Yeah. I know, man. Sometimes it's gonna come with a grain of salt, man. And it depends. Like, what happened to get in that position? I mean, it's one thing to be in it every single day, man. You got a big problem.
And actually, let me interrupt you for a second. Yesterday, somebody asked in the comments. So what is a cheap freight? So I responded to that individual, so he obviously got an answer. But now that I have this, question, and this is my opportunity to talk about it, what is a cheap rate? If we're going with feelings, anything can be cheap rate. Even the best rate ever may feel sometimes to you as a cheap rate.
Yeah.
However, there is in my opinion, reasonable way to see it. This is how I process that. This is what helped me get my head out of my ass with that victim mentality. If the market is paying, let's say, freight out of Florida, let's say you can get $1.30 a mile coming out to Georgia, right? Mm-hmm. I'm not saying this is the numbers today. I don't know what they are, but let's say this technically the numbers today, right? And you're getting offered anything over that, in my opinion, that's a good rate. Mm-hmm. If you're getting exactly that, that's okay rate. And if you get under that, that's a cheap rate. Now, if the freight is paying $3 a mile for some specific lane, let's just say Georgia coming back into Florida, right? And now you're getting $2 a mile, that's a cheap rate.
Yeah.
So the cheap freight and the good freight, that's a moving target always. It is in my opinion, and we are able to actually make it on the paper, so it's official. We are always above market, and I consider that being standard. If you're running just market, you have a weak dispatcher or somebody is taking advantage of you.
Yep, for sure.
And if you're running under market, then I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. You shouldn't be there. You should change something about the way you do business. For example, give us a call, 863-342-5171, and we'll get you moving.
Yeah. So experience the transparency that's here, and the ability for owner-operators to keep you, dispatchers, keep you guys informed and keep you moving and earning. So again, guys, 863-342-5171.
Take care, guys. Be safe.
Operators looking for the best business owner opportunity, look no further. I got all the programs that are going to make you successful. Everything to operating from 2 different fuel cards, top of the line trailers with a maintenance program that is unbeatable, to plates, insurance, you name it, we got it. All you got to do is give us a call, 863-342-5171. Learn more and get started.